Hey everybody, it's week 4. Holy cow, it's week 4. It is also 75 degrees and 86% humidity just after 7 a.m. Steamy. I have my coffee, but I kind of don't want it when it's this warm outside. So I'm coming out early. It is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day everyone out there. And I've got to get the gumbo started because that takes 4 hours to cook. So let's come see what's happening in the garden. Things are awake now and they're growing and it's awesome. Okay, here we go. And I let the dogs in the house, so hopefully my husband doesn't let them out because man, those dogs are loud. All right, one more step and then we go. So Graham Thomas here. Looks like I almost cut off this one branch here so I didn't have to wait for it to grow so I could tack it up, but there's a bud on it, so that's saved its life right there. But everything else, I'm still waiting on more buds. It is on the back side of the trellis. You know, the sun kind of comes up in this way. So I'm wondering if maybe the lack of direct sun is inhibiting getting more buds, because it's been a month since I've had buds. But our neighbors got rid of like some trees and limbed up their big trees, like in the front yard and in the backyard. Look at all that light. So the garden may ramp up even more now, which is awesome. So catmint doing good. The coleus is perking up. Look at that pretty color. I don't remember the name of this one. Even the lantana's all perked up and happy. Love that catmint. That's Walker's Low. Dr. Witchy's yellow tomato. These are doing great. These two here. Cherokee purple's really grown. Look at that one. That one's really grown. Nice. Yeah. And then this early white bush patty pan squash doing pretty good. Looks like there's little buds down in there. Oh yeah, that one has some buds. So very cool. Zinnias that I transplanted from my old vegetable bed are doing amazing, and look at that. How pretty is that? Oh, I love it. Nice. Eggplant doing all right. Nice, nice, nice. And my habaneros have really grown. Really grown. Look, they're so much taller now. I'm gonna try to keep my finger out of the film. I'm holding my phone this time instead of using a little selfie stick because I just didn't like the angles that my videos were having. So, and here's the jalapenos doing nice. Even the yarrow, that yarrow has really perked up and started growing. Fantastic. And then I have a little bit of vining happening with the jasmine, which is good. Hopefully we get some blooms soon. They smell so good. And then yesterday, I haven't edited the video yet, but I planted up some Texas hummingbird mint, common thyme, and lemon balm in this little square planter here. I also planted out some holy basil, like direct seeded, German chamomile, which is probably too hot for that here already, and vulgare oregano. And I have the sticks laid out to tell me that anything growing in between them, don't pull it. It's not a weed, or possibly not a weed. Anyway, and also yesterday I planted okra seed. So that dark spot there is where I had wetted down the soil to plant those seeds. And look at those sunflowers. They are getting so tall. Look at that. Nice. And of course I never thin them out. Sure didn't. I talk a lot, but I don't do a whole lot. Anyway, let's see, California Wonder These little seedlings are still just staring at me. I think they're just trying to get their roots established and then they'll grow. Now this sweet alyssum that I thought was a Shasta daisy, this thing is getting big. Look at that. That is lovely. Very pretty little blooms too. Really pretty. Love that. And then all my cosmos here. Cosmos getting large. Should see some blooms soon. And I have pepper here. This is, you know what, this garden marker is not holding up very well. Carnival blend. I'm gonna have to rewrite some of these before they're gone. It's carnival blend. And then this big one here is the Lesia. I've already got flowers. Pretty. So the Lesia is doing great. They're getting tall. This one here is still small, but the others are doing nicely. Got some more flowers on that one. Very good. More big old sunflowers. And then the Cubanelle pepper. Cubanelle also. There's a flower there. And then I have more zinnias. Something is eating that pepper. I did spray everything with neem last night. It had cooled off. It got pretty cool after the sun went down, so I went ahead and sprayed. And then look at this banana. It's a sweet banana pepper. So this was a flower, and yep, it got pollinated. So I'll have my first banana pepper soon. Nice. And I don't know what that is. I don't think that's a pepper, and I'm gonna pull it. Oh, I forgot to show you back over here. When I was planting my okra and my herbs yesterday, I looked up and I thought I saw a sunflower seedling that had weird color to it. It had like red stems. And I'm like, what is that? Look at that, that's totally Swiss chard. So I think there was some Swiss chard seed mixed up in that baggie with the sunflower seeds, but that is definitely Swiss chard. So there you go. Happy accidents. Happy accidents. All right, so coming down the row, I did fertilize the beans last week. The color is a little better, not quite so yellow. And of course we have the flowers. These are the Borlato bush beans. So there is some growth and flowering going on. That one in the back is doing really nicely. But yeah, everything's looking so green. And then these beans here, the color also has improved on this one. This one's doing much better. And I think it wants to flower. Over there, there's some new growth there. But these are the rattlesnake pole beans. They're just struggling a bit, and I'm thinking maybe it's a too much water issue. Except this one, let me put my foot in the bed. That one, I don't know. I've sprayed it with some neem in case it's a fungal issue. I've given it some organic chicken manure. I've given it a seaweed diluted fish emulsion, drench around it. And I don't know if those are gonna make it. I may just go ahead and plant new beans right there. The asparagus, doing great. It's already flowered. Those flowers are done. Not a whole lot of asparagus came up, but I don't know. I still have not planted the Concord grape, and I need to do that. Oh, that little bug. And I don't think I sprayed this one last night because it wasn't in the bed. But something is tearing up my grapes. You'll see later. I'm going to show you. My Pattison Panache Frenchy French is doing good. And I planted 2 more. So there's 2 more seeds in there. My nasturtiums are still shrinking and disappearing to nothing. Look, there's flowers. So many flowers. So many flowers. But the leaves are just shrinking. As tiny as they can get. It's the weirdest thing. And then these zinnias, I don't know, they seem a little stunted and they're raising up their leaves like they need water, but maybe it's too much water. I don't know, it's like their leaves are like getting real close to the stem of the plant. That's weird. my squashes and zucchini. Oh, and I got a yellow nasturtium. It's not as orange as the other, like the other ones were like bright orange. So I got a yellow one. Nice. But the rest of the zucchinis are doing really great. And it looks like we're gonna get a flower. Look there. That is a male flower. Lovely. But there are buds. I had fertilized yesterday. That's a little fertilizer in there. But yeah, we got lots of buds everywhere. I don't see any actual flowers yet. Oh, that one has a bunch of them. Look at all that. They all look like males, which is typical. The males come first. That's funny. Oh, now this nasturtium looks all right. It's a decent size, but it's still, leaves are shrinking leaves. This yarrow's gone banana pants. Like it's starting to spread, It's already put down, like they kind of, I'm explaining this so poorly right now. They kind of like lay down and then root and then keep coming up. So that one has started to do that. No flowers yet, but looking good, looking good. The zinnias back there looking good. Looking good. Now, these radishes. I love them because it's a little bit of instant gratification. I needed something to be ready. And these, oh, that one, that one is ready. That one is about to come up out of the ground. Look at that. There we go. Oh, radish. All right, I will take that in the house later. Yum. And spicy. Yum. So, radish looking great. The foliage is so big and tall and beautiful. I love it. And then the beets are getting there. Beets are a little slow. It might be too warm for beets. I've never actually grown a beet to full size, so it'll be my first time for that. And of course the tomatoes are doing all right. I have seen an increase in pollination, like more berries, since I've been using my toothbrush. It could be a coincidence, but it's fun anyway to come out here and brush the flowers. Oh my gosh, these little zinnia lilliputians are so tiny. Look, they're little bitty, but they're still gonna make little bitty flowers. That little white ball. That little white ball in there. Oh, that'd be so cute if they bloom that tiny. Sweet. And then the sweet alyssum. Got flowers everywhere now. Last week was the first one, but they're all mixed in with the giant red mustard, which is also getting big, looking good. Something is eating it. Of course, it's delicious. But that's looking nice. Looking nice. All the way down. Ooh, let's get big. Nice. Very pleased. Very pleased. Okay. And then we have the Mila tomatoes here. So we're getting quite a bit more flowers. This is black crim. Black crim right there. So I need to get out here with my toothbrush. Maybe we have something starting to make a tomato there. Possibly. We have Super Sweet 100 getting very tall. I may move this string down a little bit so that I can start tying these here, because they would really have a long way to go to reach that string, and they could start getting wonky in between that time. The yellow pear is just huge, huge, but lots of flowers. Looks like Brandywine is finally gonna make some flowers. Finally. So I will be out here with my toothbrush for those, because last time I grew Brandywine, I got ne'er a tomato. Not a one. I had like 3 flowers, never got a tomato. Oh, and then this zinnia here, that one's gonna bloom. And this is also part of the Lilliputian mix. So this one, I think the wrong seed got in the packet. I don't know. Oh, and my grapes. I think I am gonna have to put organza bags on my grapes. Something is eating them. But I'm so excited to have grapes. This is so fun. But as you can see, look, something is just tearing up my grape leaves. I did spray this last night with some neem. But my other grape, you'll see, my other grape is awful. Poor thing, poor thing. Anyway, I figure I'm gonna go around on the inside of the bed first, and then I'll go on the outside of the bed second. All right, so past the tomatoes, my cardinal basil is still being nibbled, I think, but it's gotten taller, so I think it's gonna make it. Fingers crossed. More zinnias here, doing well. This is the queen lime and polar bear garden. Oh, and my nasturtium. Oh, and I have another seed pod. So cool. Garden beans doing fine. Looks like I might be getting some flowers. Fun. And then my other roselle hibiscus. It's just kind of staring at me right now too, but I think its roots just need to get, you know, established. The tansy's doing great. This I'm growing mainly for cut flower, but I think it has some pest repelling and herbal medicinal uses, and it can be slightly toxic, so I gotta read up more on that. My strawberries, my 28 bare roots are just doing nothing. It's been 2 weeks or so. All-star, nothing. They're just, and I have the crowns above the soil. I did do that. Maybe not enough above the soil. I mean, I'm pretty sure I only have roots underground. But anyway, they're just like not caring about me at all right now. So that's sad. These cosmos are doing okay. They're not growing as fast as the ones on the other side of the bed, but I think they get shaded out by these live oaks. So that's okay. And those teddy bear sunflowers just really aren't sprouting up at all. Probably the same shade issue. Onions are doing great. The tips are getting a little brown. I don't know if that's normal. Does that mean it needs more water? I don't know. That onion bulb there. But yeah, the tips seem a little brown to me. Flowers, flowers, flowers. These wildflowers are a little slow too. I think it's just a lack of sunlight because live oaks, I mean, they get sun. They're not in dark shade, but they're not in full hot sun. And then my bunch onions here, I think that's a weed. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that. These Albumosus sagittiferus hibiscus, they're just still staring at me too. The flowers, they're just moving real slow. Like really the last 2-3 weeks, I don't know, I see a little bit of vining on the moonflower. I think it's just a sun issue. It's gotta be just sun. That moonflower is doing pretty good there. That one. And then we come around, and this is, I believe, a potato that I found growing in the circle bed last night. So I pulled it up and I put it here. Now, I'm not entirely sure how a potato got in the circle bed, but I think when I had my chitted potatoes sitting on some of the stones over there, something ran off with the actual potatoes but left the little, you know, the little nubs, the little growths that come out. And I think one of those just rolled into the bed and just sprouted. So that, I just planted it here. I'm like, well, maybe I'll get some potatoes. We'll see. And then my broccoli is doing fantastic. It's getting so big. The kale is just loving life. Take these bottom leaves off, but yeah, it's so big compared to that sad little thing I pulled out of the old bed. It loves it here. This catnip is starting to grow. And if I pull off all the leaves that are yellow, I don't see any new yellowing leaves. So I think this may be back on the road to health. It's looking good. The lantana's really grown, so that's good. Yay. And the coleus that I grew from seed. Look at that. It's adorable. Oh, and my butterfly, blue butterfly pea. It's doing great. Look at that. Yeah, it's starting to vine. I like it. And then I'll just tie it up the trellis. And then my birdhouse gourd over there. Let's see if I can zoom in. Yeah, look at that. We've got more true leaves. Love it. And then my white margin snow rose shrub cutting. I probably need to plant that in the ground somewhere. But I love variegation. Love it. My plumeria puticas are doing great. This one is doing so much better. And then the one over here is really, really leafed out, like for real. That looks so good. All right, let's go around the outside. And then we'll do the circle bed last. All right, so right out of the gate, I see the moonflower. Excuse me, the moonflower has started vining. There it is. It was supposed to vine up this, but it's gonna just vine up here, and that's fine. That's totally fine. Love those leaves. Flowers are pretty too, but I love the leaves. And this one's starting to vine. And then my Richmond green apple cucumber, doing great. Doing great. And I always forget to mention my Salvia farinaceae, that pretty thing. This has bumblebees on it all the time. Oh, my hibiscus. Look at that. Roselle hibiscus. How pretty. We got flowers. We got flowers. Sunflowers doing great. Look, I don't even have to bend over to touch it. Look at that. Nice. This is the Russian mammoth. Something is eating it. I may have to get the neem out again. Yeah. Anyway, it looks great. Let's get another angle on those Roselle hibiscus. They're so cool. They're so cool. I didn't even think the plant was big enough to start making flowers. I mean, it's less than 2 feet. Anyway, that is the coolest thing. And then the Mila sunflowers. They're getting so big. So many sunflowers. Table Queen acorn squash. Doing great. Got little bloomlets starting. Oh my gosh. And this white boar squash, this white flat pumpkin, is getting little flowers starting. See here, it's getting so big. Oh, yep, he let the dogs out. Who let the dogs out? Daddy did. Flowers in there. Happy Bill. I'm not playing ball. This one, this is the big one. This one's doing great. I love it. Now, it is not putting out flowers yet. It's going to grow a little bit more first. So this might be my healthiest one right here. Good for you. These guys are trying to start little flowers too soon, maybe. But looking good. These sunflowers. So tall. So here's the grape I wanted to show you. This is my laced oily. Look at that. Whatever critter is doing that. I sprayed it last night, but I think it's too late. I was too late. That's lace. Poor thing. I still have to look it up and see what did this. What did this? Anyway, another Russian mammoth sunflower. These watermelons are not doing well at all. They hate their life. They hate me. They hate everything. I did fertilize yesterday. We'll see. This is the Blacktail Mountain watermelon. And then it hates me. Yeah. This is my Waltham butternut squash. Looking lovely. And the tomatoes. Oh my goodness. Brad's atomic grape is going banana pants. Chloe, I need you to move, sweetie. Look at that. Brad's atomic grape. Yeah, move, baby. Move. That big one there. Yeah, just since last week. And there's more in there. There's more right there. So excited. So excited. So I have more new flowers. that I need to come out here with my toothbrush, and I need to tie these up to the cattle panel. Let's see if we have more. Baby tomatoes. I don't see a whole lot. I see that awful damage on my grapes is what I see. Another tomato here. Yeah, but I am gonna come back out with my organza bags and cover up all these grapes so that I don't lose them. There's quite a few in here. Quite a few clusters. Okay. More tomatoes. Yellow pear. Oh, there's some yellow pears. Right there. Yellow pear. Cute. This one's looking a little yellow. But I did put fertilizer down at the base of each one of these yesterday. So, anyway, tomatoes. Doing great. I wish I'd have started them earlier. I see other gardeners on Instagram in Texas and they have these big tomatoes. Oh, I'm so jealous. There's the thorny lychee tomato. Look at those thorns. That is insane. I should have planted this one like somewhere by itself in a bucket because it's gonna hurt to pick them. Anyway, more baby flowers. Tomatoes are doing great though. I just wish I was a little further along with them. All right, and then this grape is doing fine. Looks like something, see, that's why I wanted the dogs in the house, 'cause Chloe's running circles. Oh, see, there's a little, looks like a little miniature ladybug, like a mini, tiny baby ladybug. I think that's what's eating them. Okay, well, it comes, yeah, okay, it's starting. I'm gonna come spray again. And my Persian melon, my cantaloupe, look at that baby, look at that. He's happy now. He is so happy. And hopefully those little nubbins there will be flowers. So yeah, this is the happiest one, but the rest have woken up. So, very pleased about that. And then this is my muncher cucumber. So this one's doing great. The rest are still trying to wake up. But everything's growing now, I'm excited. This is my white cucumber, I think. No. Oh, you know what? I passed over the cucamelon because they also hate me. Look at the cucamelon. Barely doing anything. It's a weed. Anyway, I don't know if you can even, if you can even see that. That's the cucamelon. Maybe it's supposed to be that small. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. And then this is my white cucumber. It's doing all right. Doing all right. Not horrible. But this teddy bear sunflower, I don't know. It's just, I think it hates me too. But anyway. And then Richmond green apple, again, doing all right. Doing pretty good. All right, well, let's go do the circle bed. Okay, so this artichoke is just gonna take over the world. Look, look at this artichoke. And there is some Bermuda grass in there. I gotta take care of that. But oh my gosh, and it's covered in little critters. Not aphids, but some sort, like ants. Okay, ants. Which means there could be aphids. Are these ants farming aphids? I think that's dirt. All right, I will check that over later. I did spray this with neem last night, but look at that. It's beautiful, beautiful plant. So is the golden edge duranta. This is really getting big and beautiful. And I had to spray my roses because something is still eating them. Look at that. I was gonna have a bud, but no, something ate it. So I sprayed all these with neem. We'll see if that stops it. This is St. Patrick. My mums are so large and in charge. I love these mums. And my little mini rose is gonna be pink. I was not expecting a soft pink. I was expecting yellow or white. So that's a fun surprise. More golden edge. And then this yellow rose that I have lost the tag for is gorgeous. So fluffy and ruffly. Just so pretty. This one really doesn't have a scent, Normally the roses that I get, the yellow ones, have more of a scent than any of the other ones, but this one really doesn't. But it's so pretty. Look at all that new growth. And you know I always get weirded out when it's too red and too fluffy, but it's fine. It's gonna be fine. There's a bud there. I did spray that bud down real good because I don't want anything munching it. Because see, the leaves are getting munched really bad. And this mum, can I tell you, these blossoms are taking forever to open up. Oh my gosh, it's been like 2-3 weeks. But they're getting there. They're getting there. They're so pretty. This bush is so huge. Just huge. And I'm really loving the combination with the golden edge doranta and the yellow roses and the white mums. I'm loving all of it. Loving it. This rose getting a little bit of damage. You know, again, why I sprayed. I did deadhead most of the old blooms. But see, something is eating the tips. So sad. And eating the foliage. But there's a lot of new buds coming. That damage. Just crazy. Everything just wants to eat my garden. And I love that golden edge. I might try to propagate that. I might take some cuttings. It's so pretty. I just want to spread it around. It's so pretty. And then this artichoke, not as big, but it's going. And see, something is eating my buds. This is Eternal Flame. Gorgeous scented rose. That Russian sage doing okay. The Russian sage just isn't happy here. I don't know why. Roses are happy. And this is very sandy, very free draining soil. It doesn't have a lot of clay. But see that side of the bed? That side of the bed is doing amazing. This side of the bed's like, yeah. That mini rose, pretty sure that's gonna be dead. That stick is dead. There's a little bit down at the bottom, but yeah, it's dead. Eternal Flame is being chewed to bits, but I did spray it yesterday, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then this orange one that was only one stem, now we have several, and we're getting more orange flowers. So beautiful. And then this pink one, unlike its partner over there, this pink one seems to be bouncing back. I did spray it with neem for the chewing bugs and for the black spot, because this one is getting black spot pretty bad. But we're gonna get a bud. Yeah. So anyway, week 4 looks so good. Oh. So I'm gonna go inside now, get my gumbo started, get my shower going, and then I'll have time to piddle in the garden before guests start arriving. So, yay! Thanks for watching. Bye. Sorry, thought the video was over. I have these red seedlings here, and I don't know what they are. And it seems like I vaguely remember throwing some seeds that were in my hand and just say, well, let's just see what happens. Maybe it was basil, maybe it was some sort of basil. I don't know. But there's obviously a whole mass of them. Like, I threw them there. I don't think those would be weeds, but they could be. I don't know. Let me keep an eye on them. Anyway, weird story. Okay, bye.